Could your morning meal be secretly undermining the essential muscles and blood vessels crucial for your strength? If you're over 60 and experiencing diminished erections, reduced energy, or numbness in the groin area, your breakfast, not just age, might be responsible. Most men are unaware that their morning food either supports healthy blood flow to the groin or progressively limits it. Furthermore, many are missing a simple food capable of reversing these issues. I am Dr. Laura, a men's health expert with over 30 years specializing in urology and age-related performance decline. I've assisted thousands of men nationwide who believed their intimate lives were fading solely due to aging. Our findings offered much more hope. Your body naturally aims to revitalize lower body circulation, but only with the proper support. These vital tools aren't pills or prescriptions, they are 5 very specific, common morning foods you already know but likely haven't used to target male circulation. In this video, I will show you precisely how to use them. You'll learn how these 5 accessible ingredients can enhance blood flow below, fortify pelvic muscle tissue, and boost confidence without adverse reactions. Stay until the end, as I will disclose a unique combination that helps men see results in less than a week. Let's begin. Before we proceed, if you are committed to restoring your vitality and improving circulation where it matters most, subscribe and enable notifications to never miss tips specifically for men over 60. If this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments, otherwise, type 0. I review all feedback to create more relevant content for your needs. Alright, let's start with the first food, likely already in your refrigerator, but its full potential has been overlooked for years. It's straightforward, common, and when consumed at the optimal moment, it can rapidly initiate blood flow and muscle repair in the most critical area. I'm referring to whole eggs, nature's most complete nutritional source for restoring circulation after 60. Firstly, whole eggs, nature's circulation initiator. I've encountered countless men over 60, feeling frustrated, embarrassed, and puzzled by their declining intimate health. Almost always, when questioned about their morning diet, they typically respond, "Doctor, I usually just have coffee, maybe some toast if I remember." What they fail to realize is that their body, particularly at this age, deeply craves specific nutrients the moment they wake up. One of the most potent sources of these nutrients has been in their refrigerator their entire lives: whole eggs. I acknowledge that eggs have previously received negative attention due to cholesterol worries, based on old science and outdated concerns. However, let me be explicit. If you are a man over 60 and you are not consistently consuming whole eggs, you are forfeiting one of the most efficient natural methods for revitalizing blood flow and strength in your lower body. The key lies within the yolk. This golden core is abundant in vitamin D, B12, choline, and leucine, a potent amino acid that activates muscle repair, including the deep, frequently neglected muscles of the pelvic floor. These very muscles are responsible for supporting erections, managing urinary control, and maintaining your stability and balance throughout the day. When blood circulation diminishes with age, these muscles are often among the first to be negatively affected. But when you nourish them correctly, especially first thing in the morning, your body responds. You experience greater stability, fewer cramps or instances of numbness, and yes, you begin to feel more self-assured in intimate situations, not due to medication, but because your blood is flowing properly once more. I recall a patient named Richard, aged 67, who shared that he hadn't experienced morning erections in over 2 years. Within just 4 weeks of altering his breakfast to include 2 simple boiled whole eggs each morning, he called me, his voice filled with disbelief. "Doc," he exclaimed, "I woke up feeling like I was 40 again." That illustrates the immense power of providing your body precisely what it requires at the opportune moment. Next, oats with chia seeds, the artery cleanser. Each time an older man comes to my office complaining about poor circulation, weak erections, or a persistent heaviness in his lower body, I don't just inquire about his prescriptions, I ask about his breakfast. More often than not, it's either absent or filled with sugars and refined carbohydrates. What I suggest instead might appear too straightforward to be significant, yet, trust me, a warm serving of oats adorned with chia seeds has positively changed more lives than you might imagine. Oats themselves are a robust support for aging arteries. They contain a unique fiber named beta-glucan, which not only assists in lowering cholesterol but actively contributes to cleansing the inner walls of your blood vessels. This action facilitates a greater flow of oxygen-rich blood to crucial regions, including your pelvis and groin. For men over 60, this level of circulatory assistance is not merely beneficial, it is vital. Now, incorporate chia seeds, and an extraordinary transformation occurs. These minute seeds are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, and potassium, nutrients that help your blood vessels relax, decrease inflammation, and enable more fluid, potent blood circulation. This pairing isn't just good for your heart, it directly influences your capacity to achieve and sustain healthy erections. I recall a gentleman named Henry, who shared that his body seemed to be declining after retirement, low energy, difficulty climbing stairs, and diminishing intimacy. I encouraged him to replace his sugary cereal with oats, adding chia seeds, blueberries, and a hint of cinnamon. Within 2 weeks, his legs felt lighter. Within a month, he was sleeping better and waking up more invigorated, with improvements evident both personally and intimately. "Doc," he remarked with a laugh, "I never thought a bowl of oats could achieve that." But the reality is, what you consume in the morning dictates your blood flow throughout the entire day, and this simple combination, eaten warm and mindfully, signals to your arteries that it is safe to expand. It's time to nourish the muscles and nerves that maintain your masculine vitality. Now, if you are prepared to enhance your circulatory support even further, there is a particular fruit that functions almost like a natural Viagra, yet without any side effects. Most men tend to overlook it, but when consumed at the right moment, it works quickly. Allow me to show you what it is. Fourthly, watermelon, the bedroom fruit. I vividly remember the expression on my patient Bill's face when I advised him to begin eating watermelon in the morning. He chuckled, stating, "Doc, I thought that was just a summer snack." But what he did not know, and what most men are unaware of, is that watermelon is among nature's most underappreciated resources for revitalizing blood flow, especially in crucial areas. Watermelon contains an amino acid called L-citrulline, which, upon entering your system, transforms into L-arginine. This, in turn, enhances nitric oxide, the very compound responsible for dilating your blood vessels and facilitating increased blood flow to your groin. It utilizes the identical biological mechanism as commonly used erectile dysfunction medications, but in this instance, you are fueling it with food rather than synthetic drugs. And it acts rapidly. I have had patients report perceiving improved sensitivity and more robust morning erections within just 1 week of incorporating watermelon into their daily regimen. There is profound efficacy in allowing your body to perform as it was inherently designed. No artificial pills, no adverse effects, just direct circulatory support directly from your morning meal. Bill contacted me 2 weeks later, stating, "I'm unsure if it's the watermelon or the simple fact that I'm finally eating breakfast, but something is definitely reawakening down there." We both found it amusing, but he wasn't imagining it. The citrulline was effectively widening blood vessels and imbuing his lower body with renewed vitality. For optimal benefits, watermelon should be consumed on an empty stomach or shortly before your main breakfast. Just a couple of slices are sufficient. Here is a helpful hint: do not discard the white rind, that section contains the highest concentration of citrulline. You can blend it into a smoothie or simply chew it gently. While it may not taste sweet, your circulation will undoubtedly appreciate it. If you have been searching for a natural approach to feel more vibrant and energized below the belt, watermelon might be one of the simplest, most refreshing remedies you've overlooked. However, if your goal is to truly stabilize your morning energy, restore overall balance, and prepare your entire lower body for the day ahead, then you absolutely must not skip the next food. It's warm, earthy, and when combined with a single, simple mineral, it becomes one of the most potent circulation-enhancing breakfasts I endorse. Let's continue. Fifth, steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt, the circulation stabilizer. Of all the suggestions I have provided throughout my career, this one consistently elicits the most astonished reactions: sweet potatoes for circulation? But once you grasp how your body functions during the initial minutes after awakening, it becomes perfectly logical. Your muscles, including those in your legs, pelvis, and indeed, your penis, are depleted after hours without nourishment. Your blood vessels require minerals, your muscles need glycogen, and your nervous system demands equilibrium. A simple half of a warm, steamed sweet potato, lightly seasoned with just a pinch of Celtic sea salt, can serve as the morning stabilizer your entire lower body has been lacking. Sweet potatoes are abundant in complex carbohydrates that do not cause a sudden rise in blood sugar. Instead, they provide your muscles with the clean energy necessary for smooth operation. When you incorporate Celtic sea salt, an unprocessed salt rich in over 80 crucial minerals, you equip your body with the means to retain hydration, regulate nerve signals, and sustain healthy blood pressure without experiencing a subsequent crash. These minerals assist with muscle contractions, blood circulation, and even nerve sensitivity, which can diminish with age if not managed carefully. I had a 70-year-old patient named Thomas who reported waking up with heavy, numb legs and a persistent dull ache in his groin. He had attempted stretching, massage, and even prescribed medications, but nothing seemed effective. I suggested a minor adjustment before his usual breakfast: consume half a steamed sweet potato with a glass of warm water and a touch of mineral salt. It seemed overly simplistic to him, but 3 days later, he phoned and exclaimed, "Doc, I'm not sure what's occurring, but my legs feel lighter, and I'm no longer needing to grab the nightstand just to stand up." There is an anchoring quality to commencing your day with genuine food, something your body recognizes, something that doesn't merely alleviate symptoms but actually reestablishes internal balance. Sweet potatoes might appear unassuming, but when consumed in this manner, they quietly and powerfully work to revitalize circulation, stabilize minerals, and invigorate every movement you make. Now that you have learned about the 5 foods that can help you restore blood flow, strength, and energy below the belt, there is one final crucial topic we must address, because knowledge without implementation yields no change. So, let's discuss precisely what steps you need to take, starting today, to transform these foods into tangible real results you can perceive. Sixth, what you must initiate today. Your dedication in reaching this point already signifies something significant: you care. You are not merely drifting through this life stage, passively allowing your body to dictate terms. You are actively engaged in the struggle, and the positive news is you now possess the instruments. However, instruments are useless if they remain unutilized. Genuine transformation commences the instant you choose to act, today, not tomorrow. Begin modestly. Tomorrow morning, commit to consuming one of the 5 foods we discussed. Perhaps it will be 2 whole eggs with their yolks, or a warm serving of oats with chia seeds and cinnamon. It doesn't have to be flawless, it simply needs to occur. Because what you ingest within the first hour of waking is among the most influential decisions you can make for your circulation, your self-assurance, and your autonomy. Cease skipping breakfast from now on. Do not delay until you are famished, exhausted, or already behind schedule for the day. Provide your body what it requires precisely when it is soliciting assistance. This is the period when your blood vessels are most receptive, when your muscles are prepared to absorb nutrients, and when you can disrupt the pattern of decline, beginning to rebuild what time has attempted to diminish. You might not observe dramatic transformations instantly, but maintain consistency. Within a few days, you may experience increased energy in your legs, more warmth in your groin, greater strength in your gait, and enhanced responsiveness in the most vital areas. You might sleep more soundly, and awaken with a sensation you haven't felt in a considerable time: hope. And if you are concerned that it is too late for you, I can assure you with complete honesty that it is not. I have witnessed men in their 60s, 70s, even their late 80s, revolutionize their energy levels, their intimate lives, and their overall vitality by simply committing to this singular action, initiating the day with intention. Therefore, the question is straightforward: will you take that initial step tomorrow morning, or will you allow another day to pass, passively awaiting self-initiated change? Now that you are fully aware of what to consume and when, there is just one more crucial point I wish to impart, because even the correct foods cannot yield results if you are committing a critical error that most older men never even consider. Let's conclude with a final message that could ultimately determine your success or failure. Seventh, final message: age. If there is one profound insight I have gained from decades of assisting men beyond 60, it is that the aging process does not diminish your inherent strength, it merely diminishes what you are prepared to relinquish. And most often, what we surrender is not our physical being, but rather our conviction that positive change remains attainable. Yet, I am here to reassert that it unequivocally is possible. You are now informed about 5 potent morning foods: whole eggs, beets, oats with chia, watermelon, and sweet potatoes with Celtic salt, that possess the capacity to aid in restoring blood flow, enhancing sensitivity, bolstering muscle function, and reinvigorating areas of your body that may have felt unresponsive for an extended period. These are not passing fads or deceptive ploys, they are authentic foods that directly interact with your biological processes. Furthermore, you comprehend the precise timing and method for consuming these foods to achieve their greatest effect. You recognize that the manner in which you utilize your first hour after waking establishes the foundation for all other aspects of your life: your vitality, your independence, your self-confidence, and even your interpersonal connections. You are not required to overhaul everything instantly, simply commence. Begin tomorrow. Reclaim your mornings. Allow your meals to serve your well-being, transforming each mouthful into a compelling declaration that you are continuing to shape your own narrative. This is not the conclusion, it is far from it. Your next significant chapter commences at breakfast, and it starts with your decision to seize control.